Chosen one, there is another reason heaven allowed this season of waiting to last longer than you expected, because the version of you that prayed for the blessing is not the same version of you that is about to receive it. God has been transforming you quietly, strengthening your spirit, healing your heart, teaching you how to trust Him beyond emotions and visible evidence. And that transformation was necessary, because some blessings require emotional maturity before they fully arrive. Before we continue, if this message is already speaking directly to your spirit, gently like this video and subscribe to the channel. There are chosen souls around the world silently praying for this exact confirmation tonight. Chosen one, many people think miracles only happen suddenly, instantly, dramatically, but often God's greatest miracles unfold slowly through alignment, through preparation, through quiet spiritual growth that nobody else notices at first. And that is exactly what has been happening inside your life. While you were worrying, while you were doubting, while you were wondering if heaven still remembered your prayers, God was already creating movement behind the scenes. Doors were shifting. People were being repositioned. Protection was taking place without your awareness, and opportunities were quietly aligning with your future. That is why your spirit has felt different lately. You are sensing movement spiritually before it becomes visible, physically. Chosen one of the clearest signs that your miracle is approaching is the way your inner world has started changing. Your priorities feel different now. The things that once consumed your mind no longer carry the same emotional weight. You are beginning to crave peace more than validation, stillness more than chaos, alignment more than temporary excitement. And that shift matters deeply, because heaven often changes your spirit before changing your circumstances. God prepares the soul before releasing the blessing. Type prepared if you believe God has been strengthening you during this season. Chosen one, there were moments when you secretly felt abandoned. You prayed for signs, for movement, for reassurance, and sometimes all you heard was silence. But hear this clearly tonight. Silence does not mean absence. God was still present in every lonely moment, every exhausted prayer, every sleepless night, every silent tear, and many times the silence existed because heaven was building something too important to interrupt prematurely. That is why this next chapter will feel different, because what is approaching your life was built carefully, not rushed, not forced, not unstable, but aligned through divine timing. Chosen one, your faith created spiritual movement even when your emotions felt weak. And that is what heaven honors most. Not flawless faith, not perfect confidence, but sincere trust during uncertain seasons. You kept believing while carrying emotional heaviness. You kept moving forward, even after disappointment. You kept hoping while everything around you looked delayed. And heaven saw all of it. Nothing was wasted. Nothing was ignored. God remembers every act of quiet obedience. Comment, God saw me, if you believe heaven noticed your hidden battles. Chosen one, there are blessings entering your life soon that will make previous delays finally make sense. Not because the pain suddenly becomes meaningless, but because clarity changes perspective. One day you will understand why certain relationships had to end, why certain doors refused to open, why certain plans collapsed despite your effort. Because heaven was protecting your future from outcomes that would have stolen your peace later. And tonight, God wants you to stop grieving every closed door as if it was failure. Some doors closed because your destiny required something better. Some endings were divine redirection. Some disappointments were hidden mercy. And spiritually, you are beginning to understand that now. Chosen one, there is also a deeper healing happening inside your nervous system. For too long, you carried emotional tension silently. You lived in survival mode, constantly worrying, constantly anticipating disappointment, constantly preparing your heart for bad news before good news could even arrive. But God is calming that fear slowly, teaching your spirit how to rest again, teaching your heart how to trust again, teaching your mind how to breathe again. And that healing matters because peace is part of the miracle too. Not just the external blessing, but the internal restoration. If this message is comforting your spirit tonight, gently subscribe to the channel and like this video so more chosen souls can receive this message of hope. Chosen one, many of you have underestimated your recent act of faith because it looked small externally, but spiritually it carried tremendous weight, because obedience always creates movement in heaven. Every time you choose faith over fear, something shifts spiritually. Every time you choose forgiveness over bitterness, something shifts spiritually. Every time you continue trusting God despite uncertainty, something shifts spiritually. And your recent decision created alignment for blessings that were waiting on your obedience first. That is why this moment feels different, because spiritually, it is different. Chosen one, there is an atmosphere of restoration surrounding your life right now. Even if your physical circumstances have not fully caught up yet, your spirit can already sense it. That quiet hope returning, that unexpected peace appearing, that feeling that something good is slowly approaching. Those are not random emotions. They are spiritual confirmation. Heaven is letting your soul feel the shift before your eyes fully see it. And that is why your intuition has become stronger lately. Your discernment sharper lately, your awareness deeper lately. God is preparing you for the next season emotionally before it fully manifests physically. Type alignment if you feel your spirit changing lately. Chosen one, there are people who gave up during the same season you survived. Not because they were weak, but because the pressure became too heavy. And honestly, there were moments where you almost gave up too. Moments where discouragement felt overwhelming, moments where exhaustion nearly convinced you that nothing would ever change. But somehow, even through all of that heaviness, your spirit kept moving forward, quietly, slowly, painfully at times, but faithfully, and heaven noticed that perseverance. Because perseverance reveals spiritual endurance. And endurance creates capacity for greater blessings. Chosen one of the reasons your blessing has taken time is because God wanted it to arrive with peace attached to it. Not chaos, not confusion, not instability, but peace. Because blessings without peace eventually become burdens. And heaven loves you too deeply to give you something before your spirit is emotionally prepared to sustain it. That is why patience became part of your preparation, not punishment, preparation. And now, your soul is becoming mature enough to carry what once would have overwhelmed you emotionally. That growth matters more than you realize. Chosen one, there are still moments where fear may whisper into your thoughts. Fear that things will never fully change. Fear that disappointment will repeat itself again. Fear that you are hoping for too much. But tonight, heaven wants you to recognize something important. Fear speaks from memory. Faith speaks from possibility. And God is asking you to stop allowing old disappointments to define your future expectations. Because your future is not chained to your past anymore. Your story is evolving. Your spirit is evolving. Your season is evolving. And the next chapter carries more peace than the previous one did. Comment new season if you believe God is shifting your life now. Chosen one, many blessings approaching your life right now are connected to alignment instead of striving. That means certain things will begin unfolding naturally, without constant force, without endless struggle, without emotional exhaustion. Because what God truly ordains carries flow with it. Not perfect ease, but flow. Doors opening at the right moment, conversations happening naturally, guidance appearing clearly, connections forming peacefully, and your spirit will recognize the difference immediately because confusion no longer feels normal to you anymore. Chosen one, heaven is also healing your relationship with timing. For years, delays made you anxious. You compared yourself constantly, wondered why everyone else's breakthrough seemed to happen faster, wondered why your life unfolded slower than expected. But spiritually, you are beginning to understand something now. Fast does not always mean aligned, and delayed does not always mean denied. Some souls require deeper preparation because their purpose carries greater weight. That truth applies to you. God was building stability inside your spirit first, and stable foundations create lasting blessings. Chosen one, there are miracles already forming around you that still exist beyond your current awareness. A conversation you have not had yet, an opportunity you have not seen yet, a connection you have not met yet. A door you do not yet realize is opening quietly behind the scenes. And although you cannot fully see these things yet, heaven already positioned them within your future timeline. That is why your spirit keeps sensing movement even before visible evidence appears. Your soul recognizes alignment before your eyes do. Chosen one, there is also a financial breakthrough preparing itself quietly for some of you watching tonight. Not instant wealth, not reckless abundance, but stability, relief, provision, opportunities that reduce emotional pressure and restore peace into your daily life. Because God understands how exhausting financial uncertainty has been for your spirit, and heaven is not ignoring those prayers either. But again, timing matters, preparation matters, wisdom matters, and God has been building all three inside you before releasing the next level of provision. If this message is speaking directly to your spirit tonight, gently like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps these messages continue reaching chosen souls around the world. Chosen one, some of you are also entering a season of emotional restoration, where relationships become healthier, where communication becomes calmer, where your nervous system no longer feels constantly overwhelmed. And honestly, that kind of peace is part of the miracle too, because emotional safety changes the quality of your entire life. And heaven wants you to experience that peace, not just temporarily, but consistently. Chosen one, there are habits, fears, and emotional patterns slowly leaving your life now because they cannot follow you into your next season. That is why certain thoughts feel weaker lately. That is why certain anxieties no longer control you the same way. That is why your spirit feels more grounded than before. Healing is happening, quietly, steadily, powerfully. And one day soon, you will realize God was transforming you even during seasons where you thought nothing was changing. That realization will bring tremendous gratitude into your spirit. Chosen one, there is a quiet confidence growing inside you now. Not arrogance, not pride, but peaceful certainty. The kind created when a soul survives difficult seasons and discovers that God remained faithful through all of them. That confidence cannot be manufactured artificially. It is built through experience, through survival, through healing, through repeatedly witnessing heaven carry you through moments you thought would break you completely. And now that confidence is becoming part of your identity. Type peaceful confidence if you feel your spirit becoming stronger. Chosen one, what is coming into your life next will not require endless chasing, because heaven already knows where to find you. The opportunities meant for you will align. The people meant for you will connect naturally. The blessings meant for you will arrive through divine timing. And your role is not to panic constantly about the future. Your role is to remain aligned spiritually, to remain open, to remain faithful, to remain peaceful enough to recognize the doors God is opening. And that is exactly what your current season has been teaching you. Chosen one, there are still hidden prayers inside your heart that nobody else fully knows about. Private hopes, private fears, private desires you barely speak aloud anymore. But heaven knows all of them. Even the prayers you stopped repeating because disappointment made you emotionally tired. God still remembers them. And some of those prayers are much closer to manifestation than you currently realize. That is why your spirit keeps feeling emotional while hearing messages like this. Because deep inside, part of your soul already recognizes the shift happening around your destiny now. Comment 444 if you believe heaven is aligning your future tonight. Chosen one, your recent act of faith was not the end of the story. It was the beginning of a new chapter, a chapter filled with greater peace, greater clarity, greater alignment, and deeper trust between you and God. You are no longer the same version of yourself that entered the previous season. And because you changed internally, your external reality is beginning to shift too. That is how spiritual transformation works. Inner alignment creates outer movement, and your movement has already started. Chosen one day soon you will look back at this painful season and realize something incredible. God was never punishing you. He was preparing you, preparing your heart, preparing your spirit, preparing your peace, preparing your future. And although the process felt lonely at times, heaven never stopped guiding you for even a single moment. So tonight, breathe deeply, release the fear, release the pressure to control every detail, release the anxiety about timing, and trust what your spirit already feels. Something beautiful has already started unfolding for your life. And chosen one, the miracle moving toward you now is already closer than you think.